Alright, welcome back everyone. It is LaughNgamez here. I am back with another AlphaStar 1 vs 1 replay cast. Today should be another good match. It's actually the same map and the same matchup as the last video I did, which is always good to see a bit of a repeat of how things played out. However, this game, we have got a different Zerg player. The name is the same, Masters player, but it is a different Zerg player. Most likely, anyway. I mean, there's actually a chance it could be the same dude matching up against AlphaStar twice in a row. I doubt that's the case. It would be a bad time. This is also a higher rank to AlphaStar 2, as opposed to the last video, so probably not, is what I'm going to go with. Now, AlphaStar, very good, showing us some much better Terran games than it has in the past, which is exciting to see. And now we're going to see how it's going to play against this bug right here. Yeah, New Repugnancy, a fun map to always watch Starcraft 2 on. And then we'll just kick back, relax, and watch how AlphaStar is going to play the game. As per usual, ladies and gentlemen, if you happen to enjoy these AlphaStar commentaries, whether it's the StarCraft, the commentary, the AI, whatever you like, leave a like for it. Since we are at 27 seconds into the second minute, make sure to try and hit 27 likes, as that'll be our goal for the video. Okay, now AlphaStar, its build could always be predicted, as it's always going to go for the macro route. AI builds up basically off something that's consistent, which is something like a macro opening, not like a cheese or anything like that. And then the Zerg player just doing normal Zerg stuff, hatchery, pool. The Zerg gonna be having a bit of a pool party, doing its usual thing. And then yeah, normal stuff here, Reaper scene moving across the map. Everything is well in the world. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, if you do enjoy these videos, make sure to press that subscribe button, as it lets you get notified whenever there's a new AlphaStar video out, which is a win-win, essentially. Now, speed on the way for the Zerg. The Zerg has pulled out a gas, mostly, so going to be playing a pretty conservative style here. And then or a pretty traditional style, I guess I should say. Interestingly enough, the Zerg sends his drone all the way up here. Now, this is kind of odd. I'm guessing this is just to hide it from the Reaper, as sometimes those Reapers are looking to block the third base, but that's actually kind of odd how the drone's up there. But there we go. It gets us to the right location, so we'll be able to take that third base. AlphaStar going for Hellions, as is the usual. Starport on the way behind it, so very normal opening here for AlphaStar. And then the game is just going to go on from here. Okay, Reaper being a bit of a pain, Reaper being a butt, basically. Actually got a drone kill. Another drone gets harassed a little bit, so nice opening for AlphaStar's Reaper. It seems that its Reaper control is looking pretty darn good the more and more I see of it. And now Stim Pack is on the way for AlphaStar. Hellions, very normal opening here. This is what Terrans will do on the ladder at times. Just a single rack to start researching that Stim Pack. Make sure it's done at a nice time. Probably a third base going to be on the way as well. We'll see if it's the 2 racks or the third before that. Honestly, as far as the new bio timings go, I'm not 100% sure whether it's even worth it to start researching Stim Pack. And I'm pretty sure this is the patch in which it's the older time, or the newer time, pardon me. But I could be mistaken. Yeah, basically Stim's 20 seconds shorter, so it's like one changes up if you want to hit that timing with 3 racks or anything like that. So things can be a little bit different. Now, as far as what the Zerg player is doing, a Baneling Nest is on the way. Now, the question is this a safety Baneling Nest, or is this an aggro Baneling Nest? The fact that drones and more queens are on the way behind it probably means it's just for the safety in case that there's Hellbats or something like that. AlphaStar derping out, using it, sieging up its Liberator to try and, I guess, help kill the Overlord. I'm not sure what that one's about. That's a bit of an odd move from the AI there. We do take a look, though. The extra 2 barracks are on the way before the 3rd command center, so AlphaStar going for that play. It seems to go for the more conservative play in the defense as opposed to the greed or anything like that. As once again, it's that consistency. Statistically, you're more likely to die if you go for a fast 3cc than you are if you go open up with a 2-rack. Now, Hellions are going to dive right on in for AlphaStar, and this is no small amount. I mean, this is like 6 or 8 Hellions here, and they're already getting some work done. They just run right on by, they cook up all the lings. More units are coming on in to help try and deal with this from the Zerg, and the Zerg seems to have a pretty well-formulated response versus this, and the Hellions do all eventually get cleaned on up. The Liberator also gets cleaned on up. So 8 Hellions go down for 10 drones, some Banelings, some Lings as well. Not a bad trade for AlphaStar. The Zerg player, however, follows it up with a big round of drones immediately, saying, right, I gotta get this economy back on track. A big part of building the Zerg is replacing drones as you lose them. And that's exactly what this Master Zerg did. Based on the fact that this is a 3 racks opening as well, I'm gonna go ahead and say that the Zerg's in a pretty good spot. As long as he drones up properly behind this, and then just gets ready for the next attack that's going to be coming his way, because that's the scary part of this. AlphaStar went for like the Hellion and the Liberator harassment. Not too long, in not too large of an amount of time, it's going to have the next step coming, which is likely going to be Siege Tanks and Marines if it goes for 3 racks timing. A 3rd CC is on the way for AlphaStar, kind of like secondly, or it basically just being like, fine, I'm gonna mac her up behind it after it didn't kill the Zerg yet. Just kind of, I guess, haphazardly macering. Centrifugal hooks on the way here. Those Banelings, they gotta get their speed out. They're basically gonna become roly-polies. And then +1 combat shield on the way for AlphaStar. It's moving in with a siege tank. Marine's gonna join on up. A lot of overlords have died this game, I feel, as AlphaStar is gonna nab up another. Now gonna move on in. This Baneling nest could potentially be under fire. Canceling Baneling speed would be nice. Now, we'll see if the Zerg's gonna be able to stop this. There's 3 queens here, so they should be able to transfuse that Baneling nest, ensure that it stays alive. They definitely need to transfuse that, make sure to keep it alive. Oh, no transfuse going down on that nest. There we go. Gets dumped. I think AlphaStar could have maybe got that, however, it does pull out, and then just goes on from there. I mean, this attack isn't anything too significant. At the time, it was a little scary, but the Zerg should have more than enough to rout this now. The Marines are going to move out, try and intercept the Queens a little bit, but they are away from their tank cover, so they're going to be repelled a little bit. Ling's going to move on up towards the single siege tank here. The tank's going to shoot away on a few Banelings. Doesn't get too many, though. And then the drop gets pushed away. That wasn't a big attack from AlphaStar, though, as the AI is just macroing up behind this. It's got this power to macro up no matter what. Curiously enough, though, AlphaStar is going for its 3rd base as a planetary fortress. I'm not sure what this is about, whether it's because it's a little bit scared or what, but AlphaStar going for a 3rd base CC is something we've never seen before, which is cool. Yeah, that's really cool to see. The planetary fortress for AlphaStar. Just going to be getting built on up here. I might have said the 3rd base CC. No, it's the 3rd base PF is what I mean. Let's take a look here. AlphaStar is going to keep moving out with its Marine drops. Going to be heading towards the 4th base of the Master Zerg. Now, is the Zerg going to be able to defend against this? So many Overlords getting sniped away. A few of the Marines eat some Baneling connections, but nothing too bad there. Well, let's actually take a look at the Overlord kills. Currently it's 5, which is no small amount. 500 minerals gone. Lings are going to get in for a counterattack. AlphaStar not getting up its wall in time, so some SCVs are going to die. However, it's always responding to something like this in a very timely manner, so only a handful of SCVs died for a decent amount of Lings, so not a bad trade for AlphaStar. This drop isn't going to be getting too much done. The Hydras and Queens going to be picking off the Medivacs. There's one full Medivac that's rather injured, but these Hydras should be able to shut it down. So far, they are staying alive, though. One Queen could get into the main base, but this drop actually does manage to unload to at least trade on out before they go down. The one Medivac is left to unload again, but should get pushed away. Now, the game is continuing on here. The Zerg player starting to float a bit of money. Maybe his macro is slipping, dealing with this harassment. How much larva does he have? 15 larvae. So he definitely wants to spend his money as he encroaches on 2,000 minerals. You want to spend that, particularly as the Zerg is really down on supply compared to AlphaStar. If we take a look right now, it's simply 57 army supply to 92. Upgrades are in the lead for the Zerg at the minute with the 1-1 upgrades. However, AlphaStar has got a very strong force right now, going to be moving in. The Zerg is firing up 32 lings, but I don't know if 32 lings is going to be enough to handle this. This is 5 siege tanks rolling up with 56 Marines in tow, and there is simply not enough Zerg to deal with this, I feel, but the Zerg is going to say, all right, do or die, now or never, basically not waiting any time before engaging that army. Most of the tanks get cleaned up from AlphaStar, which is nice. This will help out the Zerg player. However, he's got to stay alive. This needs to produce as much as he can. There isn't that many Marines here. Overlord's taking a beating once again this game. Hydras and Lings are going to try and engage, but there's simply not that much. The Zerg might have jumped the gun on this follow-up engagement. I think the base just needed to be sacked. However, with Hydras and Lings just trickling on in here, they won't be able to clean this up. Maybe they will, as a matter of fact. A few more units do come on in. However, AlphaStar has its own reinforcements, so the Zerg struggling to stay alive. Queens come in to help out. Now that's a lot of buffer and HP added into the equation. Transfuse being used to keep these Marines just shooting endlessly, basically. The Queens can only hold on so long, then they will be pushed back. It looks like AlphaStar may be able to snowball against this. So very well done by AlphaStar making this attack happen. The Zerg just wasn't quite focused on this. I don't think fired up the units at quite the right time. I mean, there is only so much that you can do, but I feel like the Zerg, maybe if they had started making units a little bit sooner, then they'd have had enough. But it was a good engagement for the Zerg, I feel, just jumping on top of that before it got too well established early on. But, yeah, just here, I felt that this was a good engagement, but the fact of the matter was that the Zerg has a lot of money right now, maybe not enough larva or something like that, maybe not enough injects, but if that money was all units, I think the Zerg could have held on better. And ladies and gentlemen, just as this video wraps on up, I want to say thanks so much for the support on the AlphaStar videos. I'm going to keep doing them. If you enjoy them, though, press that like button. If you enjoy the content, press that subscribe button. Check out the Discord if you got it in the descriptions. And then feel free to check out the memberships if you are somewhere online. Thanks to those that do support the channel that way. I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. This has been LaughNgamez.